Good morning, Steve Reed with the morning grain comments. Well, it's Wednesday. The report that we get today will be on weekly U.S. ethanol production. Most expect some really steep drops in production due to plant closures last week because of the record cold temperatures. Other than that, we've got prices higher, led by beans, meal, soybean oil, corn and wheat are followers. I think that, first of all, the trend in the marketplace has turned higher, and I think that we are making new contract highs in Asian vegetable oil markets, Canada canola oil markets, European canola markets, all because of, number one, tightening especially of the canola and also sunflower seeds, but also some increased demand by China in the April-May timeframe for Malaysian palm oil. That has nearby U.S. soybean oil futures in the March close to 50 cents a pound for the first time since 2013. I think that we're also going to trend higher into the USDA March reports. Their supply and demand report might adjust demand up and carryouts down in the U.S., especially corn. And then we get the end of March stocks and acreage report. And I think it's key that they show at least the 182 million corn and soybean acres that the USDA on Friday forum suggested. And some people think that right now, when we looked at prices for December corn and November beans, that we won't reach those numbers unless prices trend higher. The U.S. farmer has slowed down selling. He's pretty much sold out of the 2020 corn and soybean supplies, and he has sold a little bit 2021, but he's bullish until he gets the crop planted. So I doubt if you'll see a lot of new crop sales even on a higher market. As far as South American weather is concerned, more of the same. We've got some rains across the northern third of Brazil. Brazil's soybean harvest is 35% done. Continued concern about yields in central Brazil and also diseases. And as the harvest moves south, yields are getting a little bit better. Down in Argentina, some people have lowered their corn crop number to 44 million tons and reduced exports to 31 million tons. And that adds potentially a little supply to U.S. corn exports. Here in the United States, we are warming up. Yesterday's map showed some pretty good amounts of precip for the southern plains, winter wheat areas moving up into the eastern Midwest. Those maps have pretty much taken a lot of that rain out of the southern plains, but still shows some large amounts of rain over the weekend for parts of the U.S. Delta and Ohio River Valley area. And so from an August point of view, a lot of people are watching the southern Delta plantings of both corn and beans. If they're delayed, that would make the old crop situation even tighter. So we're trending up, and we're testing some pretty important resistance levels. And I think eventually going into the USDA reports, we'll push and test those and maybe even trade higher. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. And remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.